is that we're doing our regular single X, and that, single Ashi, and that we have this foot over here for sure, like so, and that we're leaning, and that we're taking this hand with the back of our hand and passing it over. As we pass it over, I'm sliding into here, and I'm hanging out here, and then you start sliding out. Right. And as you start sliding out, I take both hands right here, one on the knee, one on the ankle, and I slide forward, switch my hips, putting this on the other leg, and I start on the other side, and I repeat. So now I'm here, and I pass over in honey hole again, and I would be over here. You start sliding out, I let you out, and I come in, and I repeat once again. Always making sure that this foot's on that hip, and that we're pinching, and that we're passing, right?
And then the second one, the second part of that series was the grips.
The hands. Yeah. So then now we repeat the whole process, making sure that we mark our grips. So I come in here, and if I can't find it, I'm opening the knee, but it's one. Well, Gable was right here.
I go to the side of the grips.
And then he never moved this arm, was kind of a key thing that he showed us. He stayed here, and then he went to wrists, and then from wrists to elbows. And then from elbows, he kind of shrugged up to his, grabbing his own shoulder.
That one is brutal.
And then he just repeated the same process of switching over to here.
Yeah, with the inside heel hook.
So he was big on staying on this side. He didn't want to be over here. He wanted to be over here, whether he was, well, I guess right, just for this, he was just marking grips. He didn't actually focus on getting that leg at this point. But it's here again, catching this grip, and then going to wrists.
The wrist was more, the wrist grip was more.
More here, right?
Yeah.
So both up. So it wasn't this. It was both coming in.
Right.
And then from here, he reached. I actually have a hard time getting when I'm laying on this side, getting to the elbow. But I guess it would be there.
Yeah.
And then rear naked choke would be there.
And it's definitely getting tighter on Werther.
Yeah. I have to.
Yeah. I haven't got, my only issue that I have is that when I try and do the deeper ones, I end up sliding to here. But I saw that he was actually able, even as he got deeper, to maintain this depth.
Yeah.
So I think that's because this works. I've done this before, but it's definitely
That
weaker.
one is way worse.
It's weaker than this one. That I saw him doing it. He could do this, and I think it's a matter that for us. Oh, also, he wasn't doing this. He was flapping closed as well. He had the elbow closed. I remember that now. So that feels worse than this, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So he was flapping closed as well. And then the same thing, you escape the same way. And I come in and grab and repeat. Also a big thing that I noticed is like as I'm coming in, I can't leave my foot on that side. I have to already be over here as I slide in.
Yes.
Do it right. Catching here. Gable, wrist. Grabbing the elbow. And then grabbing the rear naked choke grip. Like so. Then we insert. Pass. Oh, I'm not doing that right now. For me, oh yeah, this if we want to.
Oh yeah, that retention.
That retention to get it deeper in.
So he's going here at the instep basically and pushing it in.
Yep.
Actually, no, he was using his elbow, not his hand.
You can use both.
Yeah.
I think.
And then from here we have our grip again. So, Gable. Sorry. Am I too deep that I can?
I can turn.
I'm gonna loosen it so that
I
you
can
so I can go through it. Yeah. And then wrists, and then still here. God, I can't reach. My shoulders aren't flexible. Get your elbow. Get here. It shouldn't be here. This I have to do this because I can reach it. He was able to do this. I think I just got to be more flexible to reach that damn thing. And then the same thing where you escape. Swap that way, and I insert again. And fall over here. I think it's going to be a good amount of practice.
Can you do the finish one more time? Because I remember he said to be really tight on the legs and bridge like it's an arm bar.
Oh, on the
on the outside.
He was saying that it's not a cross, right? That it's
right.
It's kind of hugging the elbows in and tightening right here, and
right.
then digging this heel to keep you away, and kind of humping into the side of the knee, right? And
how is that, Werther?
Sucks.
So I just would tap when I got it. I must be loose because he wasn't taking him.
Well, you are using the weakest of the grips.
Yeah. So then maybe if I come to here, is that tighter?
I mean, try it.
Tighter, and then I'm coming here.
Yeah.
And the next would be getting here.
Ooh, yeah, that one feels terrible.
And then the last one.
Rear naked. Squeeze.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm kind of not really doing this one. You okay?
Yeah.
So it's the squeeze.
Yeah, that's what I
and
noticed.
kick.
Yeah, the squeeze might help.
Yeah, so
try it again with the weakest grip or with the
with a squeeze in,
Yeah,
in here. So I'm
yeah,
here.
like really squeeze. Yeah.
Okay, so making
Yeah,
sure that
that's-
we focus on this. I was focusing so much on the hands that I wasn't and I was kicking, but I wasn't squeezing.
Right.
So you see that makes sense because it isolates the knee.
Yeah.
Without the squeeze, your knee has that room to move.
I can turn, right.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but he also said the same thing on here, except if I'm doing this and you start crowding, which is kind of that we can always slide our feet back, and then it was the outside over inside.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he
So
stomped
he
right
said
there.
this is also IBJJF legal.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they're not.
You have the
technically
bottom
legal.
foot over and you're not breathing.
Yeah, and so then he stomps it, but we can't heel hook an IBJF, but we can still heel hook here. He's stomping on it as I come here. And then he's kind of falling open. Should I be here? Does this feel stronger, or does this feel stronger?
That feels way stronger.
So this hip is
so
open.
Maybe push. and then
Pushing,
pinch
yeah.
down.
Pushing and pinching down.
And then
There on that guy.
feels brutal.
Yeah, because you're bridging right into his knee
And
too.
then he did the Marcellatine ankle lock as well from here.
Yeah, that was
That was from a different flow though.
that wasn't from hips up though. That was from a different flow. But it was
Oh yeah, that was
That's
this-
standing up.
Yeah,
This-
where
this-
he's standing.
Yeah.
So he does the standing entry not inverting. He just kicks the leg back. So he comes here, just kicks
Right.
straight back, and he's got
This one out, yeah.
this one hooked here.
Not here. So
Right.
this is what we've all been doing.
Right. So
Yeah.
and so instead of just trying to knock them over, what he does is he pushes the knee to turn it, and he also grabs his hip so he can.
Let's get on this side so you can see. That was the kind of the cool part, how he's
Yeah.
grabbing the hamstring. And he also, that was good for guys with short
Yeah,
legs.
so
to
he's
not
he's grabbing his own hamstring here.
Turning the elbow
and
in.
he's pushing here, so he turns the knee
to knock down.
this way to knock down, right?
And then he shotguns for the.
and then he shotguns the elbow back for the heel hook,
Yes.
wraps it, pinches,
Same
extends
thing.
back.
Right. I think we're all on the same page on that
And then
one.
there's the next one where you do the transition. Same entry and then I
Right.
don't fall.
So yeah, same entry, but he doesn't fall. So he goes to double leg X first here, extends him out, and then uses this hook to bring him back in and grab
He
the
actually
leg.
used both. He actually managed to turn his feet after he got both of them.
Oh, really?
Hold both
Like
of
this?
them. Yeah. I don't think his knee necessarily
Okay.
dropped, but he had both of them in. He used both toes, not just one to pull back in.
Maybe he was like this.
I remember him telling us to touch the toes, but whatever. Yeah, pulling.
this.
Yeah.
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 There you
And then
go.
now shooting through to the that same
Here,
outside.
boom,
Yep.
outside,
And then
and
he
now
steps
he's
up to the hip.
yeah. So now he gets the
That,
ankle lock grip
yeah.
from here,
And then-
it's like a Marcellatine grip. So he has it over.
But there's a detail you're missing. Go on your shoulder.
Yeah, come back on. So one thing, come back.
Here.
Back. So get on your elbow, and then instead of falling to your shoulder, sweep your elbow behind your back with your right hand. Like bring your elbow like that behind your back.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could tell by his face.
Yeah, it was unpredictable.
So he's not falling. The way he's falling is by bringing his elbow to the side.
It's almost
Yeah.
like he's bringing his shoulder back.
yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
and then
so
once-
he's just moving his elbow and his body's naturally falling.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he's coming here and then is just
Falling, yeah.
And then after
Okay.
that, then he grabs the Marcellatine.
Ah. Okay. So I'll get a loose grip here, right? So I'll get a loose grip. So he's just coming.
Yep. And then catch your
And
Marcellatine.
then he's catching this.
The Marcellatine,
and
yes.
finishing.
Yep.
Nice.
And there was the 50-50 stuff.
Yeah, we can do that entire one. Back and forth. So I'm here. You close your triangle. The first one that we did was shooting the hand. I don't know if you can see right here. The hand through this hole. Maybe get a top so you can see the hole. Taking my hand through the hole and grabbing the heel. And then over here on this side, I'm taking this hand palm up and grabbing
The top of the toes.
foot like this and kind of pushing it out. So
Yeah.
I'm rotating that
He's
ankle.
grabbing like right at the
Yeah.
toe too. Right there.
Yeah, he went over that with us.
Yeah, grabbing it here and pushing it open. Once it's open, he shoves this really, really high in his armpit. And the cool thing that he told me was that I shouldn't be turning my pinky here because then I crush my pinky. You're keeping it here and leaving it so that when your hand comes through, you don't crush your own hand. And so I'm here, and then I reach up high and then turn around here. And then once I have
Yes.
this, I kind of fall backwards. But my legs have to also be active. If I'm being lazy, my legs won't work.
Yeah.
So I have to be squeezing my legs as I fall back.
Yeah. So maybe this is. I don't know if were you at the Joe Bay seminar, Sonny? No, go get the same position. So someone asked Joe Biz a question like, what happens if they grab the head so they can't extend back? And Joe Biz just said, you just turn this way, right? And so into the pressure. So keep going. Tap.
Oh, cool.
Oh shit.
Right? So like I'm stopping his backward extension, but he can still curl his body here out of it, and then tap.
Okay.
So I
Nice.
thought that was pretty cool, and it was kind of the same position.
Oh, and do the sambo.
The fallback one.
Oh yeah, that one's dope.
You want me to do it or you?
You do it. You do it.
Okay, cool. So the thing that I remember was interesting is he really like hides his hand and he falls back. And so we were having a
No,
hard
the
time.
close hand. I think it's your right hand, right? Yeah, it's your right hand. It's going to be on your chest. Your left hand's going to reach over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So yeah, Pledge of Allegiance style. And then this hand's coming like so, if I remember correctly. So we all kept on doing this, but I remember he was trying to tell us to do this with the thumb on the outside. And then as I'm sitting up, I'm kind of going to throw an uppercut. Oh, I missed. I'm going to do this guy. And I'm kind of, for me, if you have a hard time sitting up, I was kind of using this to sit up if I had to, but he was recommending just kind of
pinch your knees
to help you up. And I'm kind of ending up here. And then this hand ends up around, this one supporting it.
Right.
And you're turning this way.
That's so brutal, dude.
If you don't get it, what he was then saying is to put it in the...
I don't know how you wouldn't get that.
Some
I
people's legs
know.
are more flexible, and you're putting in the base of your sternum and solar plexus, so putting it down here, right? And then he said rear naked choke grip, just to hold it down, then grabs your own trap, and then he hunkers forward and turns the chest.
And he said specifically to like act like you're bringing this elbow
To their hip.
to my far hip. Yeah, tap.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so the key thing that I remember is I first had it up here, and he's like, no, down in there. So that
Right.
when I lean forward, his foot has nowhere to go to escape. And then he's not shrugging up, he's hunkering forward as he makes that turn.
Tap.
Yes. Okay. What else was there? There was the question that I asked about the re-elevating from the honey hole when you're stacked.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
All right. I remember that one. So
Can you guard up?
we're here, right in the honey hole, but he's just smashing me, and I
I'm
can't.
trying to cross your
and I can't bring him over. So he brings this arm on the inside. And you can kind of force it just come up here in his armpit, and this leg is hooking under this leg here.
No, the far leg.
Huh?
I thought it was the far leg.
This one.
No, it was this.
Oh yeah, you're right. That
this-
was a
this-
different move. Sorry.
Yeah, the key one is elevating this knee.
Yeah, and so once I'm here, he said like both the arm and the knee make like a circle, right? So I'm here, I'm making a circle here,
Yep, and there I go.
and then he comes over.
Yes.
Which I really like that one.
I remember now what the knee bar he showed us is the one where you
I
reach
like
underneath.
That one a lot.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah, because I've always loved tornado guard, and this is like right up my alley with tornado guard. So you're here. Interesting thing. I like this too. I like being shallow, but what he said was this one's not for being shallow. This one he said is for being deep. So like you're deep and you dive through here and you invert around.
Right,
I'm
and
gonna
you're
sweep
grabbing
you.
that far foot. I
So
see.
like if your arm's here, I'm sweeping you. It's more of like I gotta get around your arm. So that's interesting. So like if you left your arm in like that,
Yeah.
like I feel like I'm just gonna kind of sweep you. You're gonna fall over.
Right.
So I gotta find a way to get around your arm because he was having it with that arm not in the way. Because he was able to get all the way around to here, and then while he's all the way upside down, he passes this guy in here, and now you have this guy.
Oh, I remember the setup. There was
But
one.
also
My,
this on top. So
Right.
Like he had this, and then he put this other one on top to keep it in. My angle's a little off to the side. He was managing to get himself
It doesn't
exactly
matter.
here.
I'm like trapped.
I know how to answer the question of the first part.
Oh,
Here,
the
hold
arm?
this.
Sure, jump in.
I just remember it was like, oh, I'm gonna get caught on one of their shorts. But
Sorry.
basically, he was going here.
Oh, he was doing a line, not a circle.
Right.
Oh. Want to do that once? Okay, cool. So yeah, he's not doing really tornado then. He's doing that like insertion. So yeah, we're hanging out and we just shoot in.
Yeah.
Right.
Now where my arm is doesn't matter.
Now you grab
And then
that
I
far
can pull
foot.
it in, and I gotta turn myself like, perpendicular to him, and there we go, or parallel.
Boom, and then switch your feet. Yeah. Boom.
It's still not perfect because like I remember when he was doing it, he was ending up at this angle.
Like facing away from you almost.
Which is a,
Oh yeah, that's it.
He was
your
ending
knee
up-
was through. That's why.
he was ending up deeper.
I think it's because your half guard needs to be a little deeper. Because
Yeah.
he told me the same thing. It's like you know.
Because I kept ending up like that. It's still a good position.
That's all right. Let's
It's not
run it.
as-
Run it one more time.
Yeah. So let's do
Nobody's seeing this but us.
it. Like so, and so if I'm deep, how am I gonna fit my foot through?
Yeah,
Just like
Right, right.
But was he? I thought he was reaching to the bottom, not on the top like this. If I remember right, I think he was reaching with this arm.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, he was reaching with this arm underneath.
Yes.
He wasn't reaching over top, and that's why I felt like I needed to spin around like this and shoot it deep, like so. And then from here,
Yeah, see, I'm already over the knee because of how deep you were.
Yep.
With the half guard.
this is better. You're right. The depth is what you need.
Depth.
So I think that none of the versions that we did was exactly what he did, but I think we have enough to
Right, right.
guide us
We
to
have
get
enough
there.
to figure it out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the topside one to the cloverleaf. So I asked a lot of questions about this one because this was like my
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So collar tie, knee on sternum, leaning forward so he smashes him, tilts the guy down, and like you said, sometimes he might have his arm stuck in here, and so then he would backstep around, and he purposely did not stand on it. He put his knee down and then grabbed ankle and knee, like so, and came to here, ended up heel in there.
Now my arm's strapped too.
Yeah, and
And then there was some good finishing mechanics on this
on
one.
this side, big thing that he was focusing on was was making the mistake before of being down here at the end of the ankle. And the thing about this is this hurts, but you can grit your teeth and bear this.
Right.
Instead, he got lower on it and got this deep and then retracted to here. And so he retracted to here and then anchored both
pinching
elbows.
his elbows. That
And
sucks.
then from here he stands on this and hips in.
Hips up, yeah.
So like this is way tighter versus like this is what I used to
Can you
do.
run through
And-
this one more time?
Yeah.
Because I fucked up videotaping it.
And this hurts, but it doesn't hurt as bad as that, right?
No, it's worse.
And plus that foot on the hip was super tight too.
Just resurrected my shit. I had abandoned this move, man.
The Texas cloverleaf.
Yeah, I had been. This was like the beginning of me feeling like I knew advanced footlocks, and then I ran into this guy, couldn't submit, bringing this thing back. Here, leaning down. Whether your hands in or not, it still works. He kind of leaned, stepped back, and then grabbed one here, one here. All of my stumbling, he didn't do that. This is just me fucking. They're here, fall back, step over to here, lacing as close to. I think he really like leans forward and laces as close to this X as he can, because then I'm really getting a bite on it. Connects the hands first, then retracts, and then elbows both down, stomp and hip for the finish.
Yes.
So I'm not. The cool thing is like just like all of them, right? I'm not pulling across.
Right.
All right. I'm anchoring a good strong position and then finishing like an armbar.
Now I think that might have been it for legs. What about that triangle neck crank thingy?
What else was there? I think. Oh
Yeah, I might be able to remember that one
yeah, because you are.
because you got me in it.
That shit was miserable.
Forearm across.
So he's here, right? He's
Careful
doing
with
the,
your chiropractic adjustment on me. You don't have. You don't have
so
to
he's
kill me.
doing you know, your defense basically.
Right.
He's grabbing my hip here with this hand, just falling on this arm,
Right.
and then extending his hips out and shooting his shoulder forward. So that now, you know, as much as I try, I can't put the finishing pressure on the triangle. So what he did was he came on the inside and turned the neck.
No, it was the other way.
No, it was the other way.
Yep.
Yeah, I was turning the
So
neck
he
into
turned
the
the
leg.
neck this way,
Yeah.
right, and then
Pull the head.
He pulled the head on the other side too.
Oh, like this. And
There you
compress.
go.
Yeah. Once
So
you-
does that feel more like a neck crank or is it a choke?
For me, you're neck cranking. Fuck out of me.
Yeah. So here, boom, and then turn.
Yeah. I feel like I have an amateur chiropractor at work.
You know, that's like a reverse. Like, what time is the grip right there?
Yeah. I think that was pretty much everything, right?
I'm trying to think. I asked some like nitpicky questions that he gave good answers to. Oh, here's one. I asked some honey hole finishing questions. So hanging out in honey hole, and this guy is grabbing them. So the first thing that he said that I could do was try to start razor locking them, or just manual arm barring them. And if either I arm bar them, if they pull away, then I have a chance to fall away and attack. The next one that he mentioned was over here on double ashi for actually no, it wasn't double ashi, it was single ashi. And I was reaching back for this thing, grab my triceps with both hands if you can, and start yanking my arm out.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck
Oh,
here.
right.
You're a big guy. What he mentioned is that
This is what Sidework tried to do to Gordon, right?
what he mentioned is that you can finish this with one hand as long as your feet are right. So he pinched here, and then what did he do? He anchored down.
Are you sure he didn't bring this foot over?
No,
To the hip?
this
No?
one he finished it in this position.
Yep.
He didn't change the feet.
Maybe go to drop to your shoulder.
He mentioned to me that I could just get this position and then hip in.
Tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because and the important thing is that I can only do that because this foot's on that hip.
Mm.
Because I talked to him about here, and he said that I could not do that.
Right,
So
right.
I was here in Spladle, and he's like,
'Cause there's no pressure on the hip.
There's no pressure on that hip, so I can do this all I want. See how you're fine?
Yeah.
So in Spladle, he said, well, first off, he said, when most people do that, he doesn't even bother to fight through it. He'll actually come up, like, keep yanking me.
Yeah.
He'll let them yank him up, and then rotate through
That's smart.
into either sitting on top, or he actually said he goes straight to honey hole. I don't know how he quite gets through, because with my legs here, I feel pretty stuck, but I guess he doesn't usually do split. He usually comes here, so his feet are probably set in a way that
Maybe
they
he
can sit around
sits on
better.
the chest or something.
Even if sitting up through here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now switch
and
in.
then falling
Yeah.
over to here.
There you go.
But yeah, he was saying that he doesn't stick, because I was complaining about being smashed, he's like, he doesn't sit for those wars. He'll just transition.
Oh, I know another one we forgot. The 50-50 when you catch the arm with your feet. Or did we do that
Yeah,
one?
we didn't do that one.
Yes.
That was a great one, call. So we're here, you grab my arm.
Yeah, grab the arm.
Get on his side since
So
he's
this
doing
is
it.
so this is the nice detail that he showed that I think makes it way better, right? The way I was originally taught was you come here and then you sit down, right, and hold this and then come back for that series. But he just keeps it up here and he flares his knees out and curls his toes, so that now his arm is trapped way more than if I had just fallen, right? It's really hard. It's really hard to get out.
Yeah.
And now you can run that regular 50-50 or
Yeah.
50-50 offense.
Yeah, like if he's crossed, then I'll do the regular break, you know, here, and then I can come for the heel hook.
I just think
Or
he
I
was-
can pass this
on what
leg
you're
over to
doing,
the other side.
you're kind of,
and heel hook here.
You're keeping that guy on your hip. He was always rising it up into his armpit.
Ah,
Like that. Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, so like it's way stronger up in the armpit because like you're doing the same habit that I have, which is just kind of doing the cowboys right
Yeah.
there. He literally grabs the heel and rises that
Yeah.
thing up high, and that's way tighter.
Yeah, good call on that in detail.
I know it was something he was just doing on everything, always rising things up high into his armpit for his finishes.
Look at that. Between the three of us, we remember most of it.
Also, he was saying that everything that he taught 50-50 is not from 50-50. That all of the stuff that he did here, triangle your feet to defend.
Oh.
We can do all of
Oh,
that
right.
stuff
Same in the honey hole.
from honey hole, right? I can reach through and grab your heel. It's all here.
Right.
He was actually saying everything that he taught from honey hole, we can apply from 411 or honey hole or whatever we want to call it. So I think
Nice.
it's worthwhile to make that distinction.
Right.
That they're kind of available everywhere. So that one.
His retention to what you mentioned earlier about the forearm on the leg.
Yeah,
you have
whether
to hold
it
it
be-
in. Like if I start coming away,
Yeah.
you know, you can.
It was actually for the straight leg one.
It was for
Yeah.
this. If I try to come out this.
Yeah. That I keep doing
I
that
can't
way.
do it anymore. And the other one he said is if I turn out this way and you can pass the leg over to
Yep.
the other side like before,
And then triangle.
and then you can triangle there. Even if I'm trying to escape, so maybe I'm close. You can do the same
Same
thing where
thing
you
over
push.
here.
Yeah, now I'm screwed. I can't do it anymore.
Oh, yeah. And there's one more thing here. It's the